This video shows how this building was created in Google SketchUp and uploaded for consideration in Google Earth. The first step is to find your location in Google Earth. Then position your view so that the building is prominent. In SketchUp, click on the Get Current View button and a snapshot will be imported. Select the Axis tool. Click once in a corner of the building and turn the red axis to align it to a building side and click. Align the green axis and click again to set it. Using the line tool, trace the outline of the building. A surface is created. Select the Push-Pull tool and pull up the building height. SketchUp is always listening for numeric input. So without clicking anywhere, I simply type 1 for foot symbol and hit the Enter key to set my building height. I took a lot of photographs of the building and organized them using Google Picasa, and these are the 3 best images. In SketchUp, go to the File menu and select Import. Select the front image and make sure that Use as Texture is selected. Click on Open. Click in the lower left-hand corner and drag to the opposite corner. Now right mouse click, go to Texture, Position, and drag the photo so that the building is roughly in position. Right mouse click again and uncheck Fixed Pins. Click and release to move a push pin and position it right in the corner of the image. Click and hold to drag it to the corner of the model. Click and release to move. Find the corner, click and drag to position it on the face of the building. And repeat for the other corners. Find just the corner here, click and drag and position it. We'll click and drag to align this to the edge of the building. Right mouse click and select Done. Grab the Line tool and let's divide this surface. I'm going to draw a line straight down in the vertical direction. And then the roof has 2 levels. So I'm going to divide the roof surface with the Line tool by drawing a line straight back in the green axis direction to the back edge. With the Push-Pull tool, I'll lower this roof surface. Let's move on to the east side of the building. File, Import. Select the image and click on Open. We're going to paint starting in the lower left-hand corner. Click once, drag to size, and click again. Now we'll right mouse click, go to Texture, Position, and repeat that same process. Click and release a pin to position it on the photograph. We'll just find all 4 corners here. Click and release to position and click again to set it. Click release, find the corner, click again. Now it's easy. We just drag the push pins and they will snap into the corners of the surface. A couple more sides to go. Here's the west end. So we'll bring in our third photograph. and repeat the process. Click and drag to scale and click, right mouse click, texture position. Move the building roughly into position, and then we will click and release to align our push pins to the corners. I'm using the middle mouse button to scroll forward and backward to zoom in and zoom out of this image. Zoom back out, and then we will drag the corners to fit. Since I don't have a photo of the back of the building, I'm going to approximate it. With the line tool, I'm going to draw an edge straight back that's aligned with the brick portion of the building facade. Now I'm going to grab the rectangle tool, and I'm going to pull out on one of my existing textures a rough crop. Right mouse click and select Make Unique Texture. Grab the Paint Bucket tool, hold the Alt key or the Option key on a Mac, and select that. Let's try that again. I'm going to pull out a rectangle so I crop an area of the image. Right mouse click and Make Unique Texture. Sample and paste. To remove obstructions like trees, I'm going to reposition images. So I'm going to divide this surface with the rectangle tool, go to Texture Position, and simply move this image over so that an unobstructed portion fits in that frame. Google Earth has terrain, so I'm going to toggle on the terrain to see how my building fits. When I look underneath, I see that this foreground corner is up in the air. So I'll grab the Select tool and drag a box around my entire building. Then grab the Move tool and find that high corner. Tap the up or down arrow to lock in the blue axis, and move down until that corner meets with the terrain. Go back to Google Earth, go to the File menu, and do a Save Image. We're going to save this out as a JPEG. We'll call it Roof. Go back into SketchUp and do a file import and grab that new image that I saved out of Google Earth and go through the same process. Put it into a corner and stretch it to rough scale, texture position, use my push pins to drag this to the right scale and to tweak it into position. Drag the last push pin to set it, eyedropper, and paste. To preview in Google Earth, click on the Place Model button. SketchUp will write all the information that's required for your model to be seen in Google Earth. We'll take a look around here, and this actually looks pretty good. So let's share this model. Click on the Share Model button. SketchUp is going to get rid of any unnecessary parts of the file. Here's our window to upload. You'll need to be logged in to 3D Warehouse. Enter a title, a description, tags, and the address, and click on Upload. The building is uploaded to Google 3D Warehouse. And below here you'll see the status. The building has been entered for consideration in the Google 3D building layer. And that's it. Have fun.